that Long Beach is coming up. It will be the first weekend of October, October 3 through 5, and this is an event that we definitely all want to be at. Super 7 is launching, and I don't know about you, but I am excited to get this product in my body, and we're stoked for the training and incredible event that we always have with these events where we learn about how to really become elite and grow our businesses. So that is really exciting and definitely an event that we should all be at and prioritize attending. And there's definitely still time to get tickets and make plans for that to happen. We also have Pro 5 Summit coming up this weekend. Tara just mentioned that she will be there, and Pro 5 Summit is an incredible event. I know that that was an event that I loved because it was just really great and an intimate setting to really have time with corporate and leaders. And I'm so stoked because I know we have Carrie Hiltsley on our team and Gary and Terry Hagee on our team attending this weekend. And the next Pro 5 Summit that we can be working towards earning is going to be this next March. And basically, to be eligible to earn this trip, you want to reach Pro 5 and then maintain it for 3 out of the 6 months in the qualification period. The last announcement before I want to turn things over to Tara, because we want to maximize her time with us here today, is Destination Elite Academy. That is coming up in February of next year. There's still time to qualify for this, and it's awesome because it's the first event where we actually have the ability to earn points back to earn cash rebates towards this trip. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited to have a training and vacation combined. I think that's going to be awesome, and it will be great. So we definitely all want to be there as well. So quick intro for Tara. Tara Wilson is someone who I really look up to. All of us have a great resource where we can look her up on YouTube and watch her trainings and just learn so much from this incredible woman. And I know she's a huge inspiration to me because she's actually been super successful in other network marketing companies. And she had her eye on LifeVantage for some time. And I really respect the humility that she had to take a look at something else, even when she was already at a successful point with her other company. And so Tara is a Pro 9 in LifeVantage, which means she is maintaining and has 500,000 volume going through her organization every month. And I know she's getting super close to Pro 10. And with Super 7 coming, that's definitely going to be a great way to propel us through rank advancing in our companies, and in our businesses. So in addition to that, Tara has really brought an awareness of the power of social media, and I've seen her influence penetrate throughout the LifeVantage company, and I think that's really something that we've all been able to gain from. So I want to turn the time over to this incredible leader. And Tara, thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing of your time. We're excited for the nuggets that you're going to share. So take it away, and thank you again for joining us. Glad you're here.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for that great introduction. I'm actually doing 1.5 million a month in volume. I am getting very close to Pro 10, and yes, my plan is to use Super 7 to get us there. So like you said, my background started, I've been in the industry now for about 12 and a half years, and I have kids that are 10, 13, and 19. So moms out there, I want you to do the math. I had 2 kids that were 1 and 7, and 2 years into the industry, I had another one. So there was a point I had a newborn, a 3-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and I built an international business in 14 countries with over 300,000 people on it during that time. And so one of the things I pride myself on is never making excuses and never taking excuses and never missing events. I know we've got events coming up. We've got 2 great events coming up. And what I'm going to talk about first is the one that's right in front of us. This is going to be an epic event. I was just on the call with corporate and a couple people that have been hand selected. There's 4 of us that have been working on Super 7 in the story. Not only 2 webinars, or, Zooms a week, but countless hours over weekends, marketing, phone calls, WhatsApp messages, and really, working to make this the most successful launch in LifeVantage history. So October 3 through the 5th is Long Beach. If you're not registered, I'm just going to be the first to tell you it's the biggest mistake that you could ever make. The only people I will excuse on my team, this is the only excuses I'll take. If you're in the hospital having a baby or due within a reasonable amount of time, like 2 or 3 weeks, a month, and you're not able to travel, you're excused. If you're getting married or standing up in a wedding, you're excused. If you're attending or in a funeral, you're excused. If you have another life event like a baptism for a child, or you're excused. Anybody else, I don't take babysitting issues or money issues as an excuse, because what I found over the years, and mind you, I've gone to every national event, every regional event, and hundreds of local events. So when I say that I believe in events, I wouldn't be here today, 12 and a half years later, $200 million in sales in the industry, and a life that I only can dream of having for thousands and thousands and more people. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my first event. I came in the business in March 15th of 2007, and 2.5 months later, I was told that I had to go to this national convention in Salt Lake City, to which my reply was, no, I'm good. I believe in it. I'm good. I'm already doing the meetings and stuff. And this lady in my upline, who was pretty successful, making about $300,000 her first year, she said, I can't express it enough, but just to say you have to be there. And I said, well, I have the time and I have the money, but I don't have the time off of work. And that was true. I did actually have to play hooky. I had to call in sick that day. I asked and I did not have the time off. And I said, I don't want to ask for time off. And she looked at me square in the face and she said, if you asked for time off this year, how would it feel if you never, ever, ever had to ask for time off again for the rest of your life? And I pondered that question for a couple days, and then I registered. And so I went to that event. I did have to call in sick, and I paid a lot of money for a last minute plane ticket. I paid $185 for a last minute event ticket. And I went, just me and my sister, who got me into the business. And we went, and we were really not sure what to expect. We were kind of mocking it. You got to realize this was 12 and a half years ago. There was no social media. I didn't know anyone in network marketing. I didn't know these things existed. So we thought it was like Amway, like cheesy, we're going to get hard sold. And we were like, oh, network marketing convention in Salt Lake. Wasn't excited, guys. So we were kind of like sitting there the night before. But when I went to that event, and that's the company I met Carrie Dickey in, so it was an extraordinary company, I saw people that were just the most incredible group of people. It was very similar to LifeVantage. I've always been attracted to really high quality, good health products. So I've had, most of my career with some pretty awesome people. And so I thought, gosh, these are like athletes and doctors and lawyers and professionals and moms and, people that are healthy and good quality people. And it changed my mind. And I went in there to that event with some hope that I would learn something, or maybe, I don't know, hear something that would, I didn't know I didn't know what to expect. I'd never been to a convention for anything in my life. And what I came out with was 100% belief, not even 99% belief. And I remember thinking like, oh, this was June 30th of 2007. So June 30th, right? So I went into there as probably the equivalent of I was trying to do the math on this, probably the equivalent of a Pro 4, okay? So imagine going to Long Beach as a Pro 4 and saying that I would say, I'm going to be a diamond by December. That was 5 months away. Imagine if you went into the October event and said, I'm going to be a Pro 8 by February 28th. That's what my goal was. So I went in there like the equivalent of a Pro 4, right? And I came out saying, I'm going to do this. And I told my upline, I'm like, I'm going to be your first diamond. Mind you, that would be like you going to your elite saying, I'm going to be your first Pro 8. And having them already have 7s, 6s, 5s, in between, and you're a 4. Imagine going to your upline and saying, I'm going to be your first Pro 8. Imagine that. She looked at me and she said, okay. And later when I was her first diamond, and I did that in, let's see, so July, August, September, October, November. 5 months later, I was a diamond. I replaced my income 4 months after that event, quit my job, and the next month replaced my 6-figure income. 1 year from that event, tripled it to over $35,000 a month. Not only was I first, but I asked her, I said, how did you know? She goes, I knew because I know you knew. So I came in there with this idea that I was going to build this business, and I came out with 100% conviction I was going to the moon. And then I went to Blue Diamond and Hawaiian Blue Diamond, and that was equivalent of like a Pro 9. My first 15 months in network marketing with 2 small kids, a full-time job, and a spouse that worked full-time too. Why? Because I believed, I just had childlike enthusiasm to believe I could, and I was stupid enough to do it. And so every one of us has the opportunity. You do what I do, you'll have what I have. I made some great decisions. And for those of you who are going to Long Beach, I'm doing the closing keynote, and I'm going to give you my entire launch strategy. I'm going to give you mindset. I'm going to give you a plan. But all I did was do it consistently. Still in 12 and a half years, minus a few weeks that my mom was dying at a very young age, I have worked my business every single day. Not all day, but every day. Some days like Christmas, it's maybe sending out, a sentiment to 50 of my top friends and leaders in my team. On Thanksgiving, same thing, telling them I'm thankful for them, thankful for my business. That considers like relationship, right? And just sometimes closing the month where it could be 14 months, 14 hours, holed up in my office with Axio, having my husband throw food at me, right? And barely showering, and depending on what we're running for and who we're running. So consistency is your ultimate key. We have our hands on something so extraordinary, and it's going to get a lot better. It's going to get so much better. I just got off another call, and I'll tell you that once, I'm trying not to slip and say the name of the pathway. I know you guys would all love it. When I was in Ireland, I was having dinner with my husband and 2 of my elites, and I said the pathway, and my husband goes, what did you just say? Because let's say it was protandim NRF2. I'm like, yeah, when the NRF2 launches, he goes, what did you just say? I'm like, and the girl, and both of the elites were on their phones. They're like, wait, what did you just say? I'm like, too bad. Neither one of them remembered. And I was like, oh, so I'm trying not to say it because it's only 2 days till you guys find out. So on September 18th, 2 days from now, on the website by I think 3 Mountain Time is going to be all the information about the new product. And when you get it, I want to tell you this. I have been Googling my face off for 2 months. I've been on this product now since July 18th. I felt it extraordinarily the first week, and then your body gets used to it. So I just take it every day. Everyone's like, what would you feel like if you didn't take it? I'm like, I don't know. I'm taking it every day. Every single day, every day. Sometimes a third, it's 2 capsules. Sometimes a third if I want that little more, staying power, mental focus, clarity, everything. But I've been Googling. This is like, I want to say 4 or 5 years in the making. This is research, and there is so much scientific data, thousands of studies. This is beyond huge, you guys. And Darren Jensen went on a limb and said that it could overtake NRF2. It's that significant. And there is other non-MLM companies that do this. So there's a lot of research, and it is a very significant, very relative, and it's amazing for long-term aging, anti-aging and cellular health. It's going to be extraordinary. And when you start to research and do this, it's gonna change your life. All I'm saying is I'm dying. I'm dying for that call on the 18th, so I could just shout it from the rooftops. I'm doing a team call, but I'm gonna probably be calling all day. I'm going to be calling every customer I've ever enrolled, every distributor I've ever enrolled. I'm going to call everybody who was on the fence. This is going to be a huge, huge opportunity. And, it's funny you mentioned Carrie followed up with me. You guys, you ever follow up with someone? Sometimes people don't follow up for 6 days. Sometimes people don't follow up for 6 weeks. Sometimes people stop following after people after 6 months. Carrie Dickey followed up with me for 6 years. 6 years, but my team is doing 1.5 million a month. Do you think I was worth the follow-up? Because there was times she called me every 6 months for 6 years. There was times she called me, hey girl, what's up? How are kissing the kids? What are you up to now? Are you still with your company X? I'm like, yeah, I'm still. Oh, well, gotta look at what I'm doing. I'm like, Carrie, I made $92,000 this month. I'm not open, right? And then she's like, got it, right? But what it was she went out and did it. And I watched her for 5.5 years. I watched her build a team. I watched her build a business. I watched her build a distributor base and a customer base. And at that point, 5.5 years in, she had 9,000 distributors, almost 10,000, and 90,000 customers, and was earning 100,000 a month. Well, in that same time period in my last company that I was in for just slightly under 5 years, about 6 months different from when Carrie got in, I went all the way up to 7.4 million a month in sales on my team. 7.4 million a month in my personal team. I'm here with my elite, and she's like, you had how many distributors? I had 60,000 distributors and over 250,000 customers in my last company. But there was no retention because it was weight loss, right? That's why I don't lead with weight loss. And I went all the way up and then down. And what I was really excited about, and this is a conversation you can have with business people. This is a conversation you can have with entrepreneurs. Anybody who knows anything, was that her business was still doing this. Today, still going up, now number one earner at 200,000 a month. So that was what intrigued me, is like, what is your retention like? She said it would blow your mind. Let me just share these numbers with you, because I am a numbers freak. Anybody knows me, I'm a numbers geek. Like I said, I had over 60,000 distributors and somewhere around 200 to 250,000 customers. Let's just round down and said I had 200,000 people. I had more than that, but let's just round down, okay? Because like network marketers round up, I'm gonna round down. So in less than like 4.5 years, I put in 200,000 people, right, in my team in 14 countries. When I left, and when I resigned in October of 2015, 4,777 of them were on auto ship. Carrie's team had 100,000, and she had 27,000 auto ships. So my team put in double hers, over 100,000 people more, and she had 22,000 more auto ships. That is why I came to LifeVantage, because I said, if it's really that good, people will stay. And if people will stay, it's really that good. I liked that it was unique. I liked that it was affordable. I liked that it was so much science to prove it, right? Unique, affordable. It was patented, so no one can ever copy. It's not a commodity. That's what your customer wants. And it was giving people results. Now over 60,000 people on my team, I'll tell you, it's giving people results, as you guys all know. So what I'm telling you this is, when I say this, I don't take it lightly. I took 4 months to finally say yes to this, and it was done with an extensive amount of research. I could have gone anywhere in the industry. I was offered 100,000 a month by some other companies. I could have gone anywhere, and I came here, no deal, no bridge, no nothing, and built. And you guys probably know my story. I was pro 8 in 4 months, but that's because I had network marketing experience. But I'll tell you, 4 years into this now, one more month is my 4-year anniversary on October 10th. I am more confident today, the decision I made, than I ever was. The more products, the science, all the clean, like I love that our hair care is clean and non-toxic. Our skin is clean and non-toxic. It works. It's clinically proven. It's patented. And people are getting results. But I'll tell you that nothing has excited me for 4 years other than Super 7. And I'll tell you that's because I went to Berkeley. A lot of people don't know that. I'm just a fun blog. I went to Berkeley. I had a biopsych degree. So I know science. I know biochemical processes. I know cellular processes. This is going to be big. And all I can say is people feel it the first day. And we're launching with studies showing why you feel it the first day, because what it's doing in your blood and showing it's, these levels of what it increases. Imagine knowing that it does it in 24 hours. Like I'm telling you guys, this is going to be huge. So what I would do is I would plan to get to the launch, because you need to be there. How would you ever say, I'm going to be in this company 5, 10 years from now? For me, it's going to be for the rest of my life. Why would I ever miss an event? Why would I miss a launch of our 3rd protandim product? Why would I miss the launch and say that I care about this company? Because at the point, I love that my story is I've never missed an event. I have gone from California to Florida, which is like 6-hour flight, by myself with a 2-week-old baby in one company because I didn't want to miss a convention. Would my team have understood? Absolutely. A 2-week-old baby? I shouldn't even be getting out of the house. And I was on a 6-hour flight by myself. I literally had to have a stranger hold my 2-week-old baby so I could go to the bathroom. But I did it. You know why? Because the moment you make an excuse, you give other people and a reason to make an excuse. And I don't go to events because I make money. I make money because I go to the events, because I need my tank filled. I need my belief constantly restored. That's why I stay close to the fire. You guys can go on my YouTube or my Facebook. It's probably, I don't know, you can go to my videos if you're savvy. You go photos, albums, videos, and you can find, I did a video about staying hot. When you stay hot and you stay close to the fire, you stay excited. The further you get away. So I'm on every call that I possibly can. I Zoom, I do 3-way calls daily. I do, I'm doing PowerPoints. I'm doing, things. I am constantly in my business. My business is in me. My family's involved. My kids are involved. My friends know what I do. My family, like, it is who I am. I'm a biohacker. I'm a health advocate. I'm going to spend the rest of my life helping people get healthy through products and education. And I'm just glad to represent the best products on the market. And I'm also going to spend the rest of my life helping people become entrepreneurs. That is my life's mission. So nobody has to get Tara motivated. I am motivated because every day I wake up and say, whose life are we going to change today? And everything you do matters, right? Everything you do matters. Me saying yes has impacted 62,000 lives in the last 4 years. Carrie Dickey saying yes has impacted probably 300,000 lives. You do matter. That one phone call, one person, that one story, that one referral, and you could literally change 100,000, 200,000 lives. I was just doing a team meeting here in Northern California with 15 of our leaders. And I was just like, do you understand that there's 40 million people in California? And we have not even had 2.3 million people join as customers and distributors cumulatively in the last 10 years as a company, which means even if they were all in California, you guys would still have over 37.7 million people to talk to, plus the rest of the United States, plus Canada, plus Mexico, plus Europe, plus, Spain and Netherlands and Australia and Japan and China. Like, seriously, we need so many people. We need hundreds of thousands joining a month. I want to do some math for you. If 100,000 people joined your team every single month, that's 1.2 million a year. It would take you 10 years to get to 12 million people. It would take you 100 years to get to 120 million people, and that's not even a third of the population. It would take you 100 years at 100,000 people to get to the current population in the United States. 100 years. People need to start realizing that we have to have more people like us, and use the Super 7. Once you get that information on the 18th, this is why you're doing. Anybody want to know my secret to success? Say yes. Say yes. Raise your hand. Daisy. Yeah, Angie, Nathan. All right, good. I can only see a few of you because I'm on my iPhone. This is my secret to success. Everything you have ever learned that's significant in your life, you learn by something called immersion. A baby, when they start to walk, doesn't ever take a minute off, except for when they're sleeping. They don't ever take a day off. They say, I'm going to start walking. So they start pulling themselves up. They're building the muscle, right? They fall down. They bang their head. They cut open their head. They bruise. They stumble. They fall. They trip. They're woozy all day, every day. Every baby has had struggles walking, right? But eventually they don't ever give up and go, you know what? I fell 14 times and I've got 14 bruises. I'm out. Mom, you're carrying me for the rest of your life. We have 100, except for someone with this cripple, we have 100 success rate in normal babies that are walking. No one's ever decided to crawl their life, right? And same thing with talking. It's practice. Well, when you get involved, when I get involved in a company, when I get involved in a product launch, I knew every single thing. I Googled hair gel for like 2 weeks. I Googled Lanatellus. I Googled the other ingredient. When we were launching hair care, I knew everything about those 3 ingredients. I knew the studies they've had. I knew the patents they had. I knew the results they had. I knew what they worked on in our system. That's what I've been doing with, I almost said it, Super 7. I know everything about it. So what I'm going to tell you is, the soft launch, you're just going to get the information on the 18th, and you're going to have a couple weeks before it actually launches. I would take time every single day, if I were you, to learn the product, learn why it's relative, because that is going to give you confidence. They say knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge with action is the most power. So learn it, own it, be able to teach it, be able to understand why every human needs this, and if they have it, what possibly benefits that they can have for the rest of their life because of it. How this is going to impact them. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to see that. The benefits are unbelievable. There's so many medical claims, like so many things that's like, how is this not a medical claim? You guys are going to die when you hear about it. So I would own it, and I would educate my team, and I would make sure every single person knew about this product, because it's going to be big. And I'm not being hypey. We just did another call and we're just like, oh my gosh. And then we all sharing links with like different studies that we're finding in different articles. It's extraordinary. So take this launch to relaunch yourself, to get excited again. You know, we're going to give you guys our strategy, but every customer who's not ordering or distributor, all the people, make a list of everyone, call them, let them know this is coming, send them some information, get pre-orders, right? Your current customers, tell them that you are so thankful for their business and that you want to send them a sample when we launch. Get their address, start making a list of everyone. Hey, I want to give you a few days sample because it is demonstratable, because it does make you feel good, because at 24 hours it's working, starts working in 3 hours in the bloodstream. Okay, so make a list of all your current, say, hey, as a loyalty of being my customer, I'm going to send you 3 days worth, 5 days worth, whatever you want, right? And then, oh, sorry, my battery is low. And then future, who haven't you talked to yet? Who's on the fence? You know, or whose business is kind of stagnant and they've been showing up a little bit, but use this to relaunch them. Use this to breathe new life and never get bored. That's why at 12 and a half years, I still love what I do. You know, I'm here, I'm like 5 trips in 4 weeks. And people are like, isn't it exhausting? I'm like, no. What's exhausting is sitting at home with nobody to talk to. Like, I love getting out. I love to meet people. I love to connect. I love to share stories. I love to hear stories. And I love to share what we're doing, because everything, we got 100 people showing up. I'm so excited to just meet new people and like thinking in that room, whose life are we going to change today? Who's going to make a decision to get on this product and going to have a result that's going to change their life? And who's in that audience that's going to decide to take this business seriously and maybe change their financial future? That's the attitude I have every day. Carrie Dickey taught me, you have 2 gifts in your hand every morning, a gift of health and a gift of wealth. And every time you give one away, a new one pops up. There's no maximum to how much you can bless people's lives. So I hope to see all of you in October at the Super 7 launch. And I hope to, you know, that you guys are excited and want to reach out on Wednesday when you find out what it is and message me how excited you are. Go for it. But I'm telling you, get to the launch and take this launch seriously, and it can be a game changer for your business. So thanks for having me on, Daisy. I don't know if you have any questions or anything, but it was a pleasure to be with you guys today.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Tara. You just like sent me to a whole new level. I'm really excited. Thank you so much. And Melody, thank you so much for introducing Tara. And we're going to let you go because I know you're busy and time is short. And we love you. Mwah. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Love you too. Thanks for having me, Daisy. And thanks for the introduction. And you guys are awesome. You have amazing leaders here. Let's do it. To the moon.